Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Fred and Murphy. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Murphy's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and the motivations that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction. And the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Murphy will come home with his very own training collar, and you'll be instructed on how to use it during your lesson. Now Murphy's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Murphy heel, and at this point Murphy's job is to walk along nicely beside you, not forging ahead or lagging behind. And each time that you stop your feet, Murphy has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you're walking on the street and you want to stop to speak to someone or cross traffic, he sits automatically and looks up at you to wait for his next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. It's a one-word command. We do not use his name. It's a firm command, meaning there's no question mark on the end. And the long sit stay, when you're practicing at home, is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to his dog, he will walk all the way around him, returning all the way back around to heel position where they started. And each time that you return back to the dog's shoulders, he expects to get another command. And they're going to do their heel and their sit and their stay again for you. He's a very, very smart guy. Fred leaves him in a stay, and remember, practice your stationary commands right in your house. Your sit stay and your down stay help to develop attention span, focus, and maturity. So this is really good for him to practice indoors as well as outdoors. This time, instead of returning to Murphy, Fred's going to call him. The command is Murphy calm. You lighten your tone of voice. He comes right in front of you and sits facing your knees. And then he gets a little pat for praise, because coming to you should always be a positive experience. And then he returns all the way back to Fred's left, back to heel. And Fred leaves him again in a stay. He's telling him what he's going to do. And then he's going to call him in. He comes right in front and sits facing Fred's knees, and then he returns all the way back around to heel position and back sitting. Very good. And so now he's back to where he started, and he expects to get another command, and Fred's going to heel him out of this exercise, and we're going to set up for our down commands. Down commands are very important to have in your vocabulary that you share with your dog. I think the hardest thing to teach owners is to use these commands in your everyday living situations. This is your down from a heel position. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. And then he leaves him in a stay. You can practice this exercise while you're watching television or having your dinner. Use it in the home. The long down stay is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. When Fred returns back to his dog, he will walk all the way around him, returning all the way back to his shoulders. Again, back at heel. He gives him a little pat for praise. He's going to heel him out of that. And we're going to demonstrate that down from the heel position one more time. Murphy's very smart. He enjoys doing his commands. He looks up at his trainer. He responds to the hand commands very, very well. He's a really smart little guy. Now this time, instead of returning to him, Fred's going to call him. He comes in and he's going to sit right in front. If he doesn't sit, Fred's going to tell him no sit. And then he returns all the way back around to heel position. And back sitting. Now Fred's going to heel him out of this exercise, and we're going to demonstrate our down from a distance. I have to say on video that in the last week, Murphy's housebreaking has improved 100%. I really do think that all the issues you were having were medical issues with him and his housebreaking. Fred's going to leave him in a sit stay. He walks out to the end of his training leash. This is the only time that you will see Fred use his right hand to give the command, and he gives the down command. And that was perfectly executed. Now we have demonstrated for you the heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that we want you to practice with Murphy when you get him home, and we will be helping you to coach him and get through all of the transition of being at school and coming back home. We've really enjoyed having Murphy. He's a really, really sweet little guy, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.